all about the healing. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? With my peeps, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My day ones, my day twos, my new news. Hold on a minute. Let me get all. I don't like all that. Hold on. Okay, so my day ones, my day twos, my new news. You already know I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So talking to my divine feminines, male or female, feminine energy. But you are divine. You have mastered your feminine divine energy. I believe you mastered your masculine energy as well, but we ain't talking about that. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about you, the collective, that you know that you are a divine feminine. You know you have mastered what it is to be a divine feminine. Not just a divine feminine in what you do and what you are, but you are a divine feminine by how you make people feel. You make people feel loved. You make people feel secure. You make people feel safe. You make people feel when I say loved, I think the way you make people feel, they don't really, sometimes they don't associate it with love because they never felt that before. It's a love that's unconditional. See, oftentimes we have people in our life, family members, close friends, close people that's supposed to be that's supposed to care about us, and people that we care about. But oftentimes those same people that we're close to, that we're supposed to care about, and they care about us, we feel distant. We don't feel a love from them. We don't feel a connection, a close connection where we can identify love from them. We don't feel a closeness and a connection that we can tie the feelings of love to, is what I'm trying to say. We say that they love us based off of who they are, but we don't feel that love connection with them. And I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm just talking about love in general. Like family members. You say your family love you, but oftentimes you don't feel that connection. You don't feel a sincere love connection from your family members. You just say they love you because they your family. And they ain't never done the, some of them, haven't done anything to you. I'm talking about family members that haven't done anything to you. They just your family, but you don't feel that love connection. And the reason why I'm explaining this is because you, the collective that I'm talking to, you give off that type of love. And it don't have to be a family. It could be a stranger. It could be a stranger, somebody you connect with on social media. They don't know you personally, but they know you, they know you online. And when you say, hey, I love you, that person feels that love that you had, that you, when you say that. Take me for instance. When I say that I love you, I really do. It's some of you, maybe not all of you, but it's some of you that feel that love and know that I'm telling you the truth. Because when I say that, you feel something. You feel a connection when I say that. That's what I'm talking about. You are a divine feminine that when you love, it don't have to be somebody that's close. When you love unconditionally, and you love everybody unconditionally. You are everybody's sweetheart. You're everybody's sweetheart. You are love. People love you and they feel loved by you. Ugh. I'm so tired of talking about them. Here go the karmic masculine again with that ice queen. And you know what? I'm just going to get into this message over here. Right? Because I ain't even supposed to be up in that. All right? So, we know that they here. But that their energy is here. But we don't have to speak on that because they're not in the message. All right. So, anyway, they in the background. They are always in the background. Right? But we're going to talk about this here. This is the message for the day. We got a practitioner. Yeah. They in the background. But they probably are the ones that's connected to this practitioner. But they paid this practitioner. They are connected to this practitioner concerning the collective, right? But we're not talking about them. We're talking about the practitioner, because the practitioner that they paid, that they're connected to, is going through some things. God wants you to know again that you're not to be touched. Now, it's not just them, but they're going to get it. And God probably revealed that later. But this practitioner who did the work, everybody that done something to you, everybody that intervened, everybody that sent negative energy, everybody that is on your back, everybody that put knives in your back, everybody that wished for your downfall, everybody that sent negative energy to your family members, to your household, to your vehicle, every slanderous word, every gossip, every evil eye, all these people, places, and things will have to suffer a consequence. They're going to have to go through something. They're going to have to pay for every lick, everything, every energy, every block, everything that has been done to you, rooter to the tutor, is going to have to be paid for. So, God is just allowing you to know about this practitioner that actually did a lot of the work for them, for the karmic masculine, the karmic twin flame, the karmic soulmate, the warlock, the witch, the third party, the third wheel. The people that's in the background, the people that you don't even know that's watching you, the people that you don't even know that is targeting you. Everybody. All the way to the higher ups, all the way down to the lower realms. Everybody gonna have to pay. Because of why? Because God established. And it should be, and it probably is, a spiritual law not to touch my anointed. Not to do any harm. Not to hurt. Not to cause danger. Not to do any of the things that they have done to you. Everything that they have done to you was forbidden. Not because you're perfect. Not because you all of that. Not because you're so powerful. Not because you high ranking. It's because you have a mission. You accepted a mission. You went on the road and the journey to accept this mission. You went in training. You sacrificed. You went through enormous pain and suffering so you can learn, and so you can experience, and so you can grow and you can mature, and to be able to position yourself for this mission. And because you did all of those things and you accepted and sacrificed and sowed a seed, and harvest understanding and commitment, you did things that other people wouldn't do. You experienced things that other people would never want to experience, never sign up to experience, never sign up to go through. You did it. And so when it comes to you, God says no. And to the people, places, and things, they never understand. They don't get it. Why do God love you? Why do God favor you so much? Why do God protect you so much? I just said it. Because you did things other people wouldn't do. Because you accepted. And you accepted your calling. You went through the harshness. You went through the fire. You experienced. You broke your heart many times. You were bruised and hurt and bitter and beaten down and cast down, and you stepped on and neglected and abused, and just all because the mission requires for you to go through the crucifixion of your flesh. Just like Christ did. Those of you that believe in Christ, those of you that believe the story of Christ, the requirement is to suffer. Not suffer because of who you are, not suffer because God just needs you to suffer. No, in suffering, through suffering, we experience, and you go through the experience. You go through, it's something that you go through that you never forget. Through the suffering and the pain and the hurt, when you come out on the other side and you go through that thing, you learn something about yourself. You learn something about your heart. You learn something about your strength. You learn something about your stamina. You learn something about who you are spiritually. As a spiritual being, you learn through suffering, hurt, and pain. You don't learn when everything go good and everything is hot and popping. You just don't. Let's be honest. You just don't learn when everything is going good and you popping, you hot, everything is flowing and growing, everything is good in the hood. You just, those good times, and you remember, but you don't grow in those moments. Those are resting periods. You get to rest, you get to enjoy, you get to have a good time, you get to have good memories and flowing of energy. After the pain, after the hurt, after the struggle, after the lack, and you come through, then you can come up and enjoy and, and go through those happy moments. But that's what I'm saying. With me, I'm sorry, y'all. I hadn't went through a whole thing here, but that was for somebody, okay? Anyway, let me get back to this practitioner. If they going through something, right? Because they had no business coming for you. This practitioner was warned on so many occasions to stop, to not take these people's money, because what they telling you is not the truth about the situation. That is not, don't come for this divine feminine. This divine feminine, this feminine is just not a regular feminine. This is not just somebody you could just work on and do things to. This practitioner knew all into who you are, what you are, and what you represent. And they did it anyway because they did it in greed, in the name of money. They paid a lot of money. And in the beginning and in the interim, what they intended, it never worked. But you went through some things. It was some things that you wanted. Because of this negative energy, you couldn't have those things. You couldn't possess those things because so much negative energy was being projected. So much negative energy was surrounded around you, was not attached to you, was around you because of this practitioner. But they didn't intend for that just to be that. They intended to unalive, to take your essence, to take, you know, things from you, you know, that no, God didn't allow that. But this person here, they crying, they ain't lost everything. Because see, they had a chance where when God was speaking to them, they had a chance to remove themselves from this situation, but they didn't. It was one thing that this person had a chance to do, but these people came in and doubled the money, doubled the price. And because of greed, because of the money, this person did this ritual, did this thing against you, and they lost everything. It's not telling me what they lost, but it's 10 wands. 10 wands. They lost everything. That's telling me that they lost everything. They carrying all them wands. And God is making them carry each and every one of those wands. And each one of them wands are burdens. Each one of them wands is sacrifices. Each one of them wands is lack. Each one of them lines is wands is disease. They are carrying the load. And this load is too hard. This load is too heavy to carry. This burden is too hard to carry. So, I don't know how long they're going to be able to carry it. But that's between them and God. God just wants you to know that it's reaping time. It's reaping. Because God has told this person to not do it. But money was more important. That money that this people was giving them, it's never worth it. This person is about to lose everything. Everything they worked their whole life for. Because they would not leave you alone. Because they took money from people and did things to you that was forbidden, unauthorized in the spiritual realm. When you are a spiritualist or practitioner, it's certain things that come with that responsibility. You're supposed to know before you cast anything, before you do anything, you're supposed to know that person. Know what you're doing. Know who that person is spiritually, who they working with, what's going on with them before you do any type of work on anybody. It's some people that you just cannot touch. It's some people that you just can't. You're unauthorized. They're not to be touched. And you as a practitioner are supposed to know that. Heed the warning. That's one of the first things you're supposed to learn. And if you don't learn it, then you don't need to be doing this type of work. But this practitioner is about to lose everything. Because they didn't want to heed the warning concerning you. And they thought that it would be all right. Because when they look at you, you just a divine feminine. No. You a divine feminine that cannot be touched. It's a difference. It's some divine feminines that, yeah, you'll get a slap on the hand, but it's some divine feminines that if you do, you gonna be in a bad way. And because you're a practitioner and you're supposed to know better, you ain't gonna, it's not gonna be good for you. So with that, that's that. God wanted to know that that practitioner that's been doing that work, they won't be doing that work no more. All right. So with that, that go along with what? That go along with that reader. So they getting readings. The practitioner is hurting. So to me, God is just letting you know, going down the list. I wonder what the next reading gonna pull out. God going down the list to let you know who and what's really going on here. The reader told them what was the reader. They went got a reading. Things ain't going well with the player from the Himalayas and they person. They come to try to find out what's going on. Now you got the practitioner that they hired. They was doing the work with. I wonder stay tuned to see what's next. Who next? What God getting ready to run down next? Stay tuned. All right. So with that, if this resonated with you, put in the comments, this resonated with me, and I'm ready to see who next. All right. So with that, like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all liking and subscribing, and make sure you sending sharing. Make sure you getting these videos out there, right? So let's I'm doing it here. Let's make sure we doing our part. All right. So with that, hype it up. I'm sending love. I'm sending healing your way, and Trinity is out.